All right, those who can see the screen, will chant this verse. Atvesta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmano nidankaraha samadukha sukachami. Atvesta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmano nidankaraha samadukha sukachami. Advaita sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmano nidankaraha samadukha sukachami.
Advaita sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmano nidankaraha samadukha sukachami. Advaita sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmano nidankaro samadukha sukachami. Advaita sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha Advaita sarvabhutanam
Mataji's. So there's another verse, so we'll chant that as well. Santosta satatam yogi yatatma dadanishriya ayatvitvamanoputi yoman bhaktah same priya. Translation: Advaita, non-envious, Sarva Bhutanam, toward all living entities, Maitreya, friendly, Karuna, kindly, Eva, certainly, Cha, also, Nirmama, with no sense of proprietorship, Nirankara, without false ego, Sama, equal, Dukha, and distress, Sukha, and happiness, Chemi, forgiving, Santoshtaha, satisfied, Satatam, always, Yogi, one engaged in devotion, Yata Atma, self-control, Dadanishchaya, with determination, Mahi, upon me, Asvita, engaged, Manaha, mind, Buddhi, and intelligence, Yaha, one who, Mad Bhaktaha, my devotee, Saha, he, me, Priyaha, here. Translation: one who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-control, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Please respond. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-control, and engaged in devotional service with determination. His mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Purport by Divine Lord Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Coming again to the point of pure devotional service, the Lord is describing the transcendental qualification of a pure devotee. And there's two verses. A pure devotee is never disturbed in any circumstances, nor is he envious of anyone. Nor does a devotee become his enemy's enemy. He thinks this person is acting as my enemy due to my own past misdeeds. So it is better to suffer than to protest. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.8 it is stated that Tatte Nukampam Susamikchamāno Bhunjana Evatmakasam Vipakam. Whenever a devotee is in distress or has fallen into difficulty, he thinks that the Lord's mercy upon him. He thinks, thanks to my past misdeeds, I should suffer far, far greater than I am suffering now. So it is by the mercy of the Supreme Lord that I am not getting all the punishment I am due. I am just getting a little by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is always calm, quiet, and patient, despite many distressful conditions. A devotee is always kind to everyone, even to his enemy. Nirmama means that a devotee does not attach much importance to the pains and troubles pertaining to the body because he knows perfectly well that it is not the material body. He does not identify with the body, therefore he is free from the conception of false ego and is equiposed in happiness and distress. He is tolerant and is satisfied with whatever comes by the grace of the Supreme Lord. He does not endeavor much to achieve something with great difficulty, therefore he is always joyful. He is completely perfect, distinct because he is fixed in the instruction received from the spiritual master, and because his senses are controlled, he is determined. He is not swayed by forced argument because no one can lead him from the fixed determination of devotional service. He is fully conscious that Krishna is eternal Lord, so no one can disturb him. All this qualification enable him to fix his mind and intelligence entirely on the Supreme Lord. Such a standard of devotional service is undoubtedly very rare, but a devotee becomes situated in that stage by following the regulative principles of devotional service. Furthermore, the Lord says such a devotee is very dear to him, for the Lord is always pleased with all his activities and full Krishna consciousness. Back to the verse again. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entity, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from all false ego, equal in both happiness and distress, is tolerant, who is satisfied, self-control, and engaged in devotional service with determination in mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So now we are hearing all these very, very nice qualities. These are all qualities of a pure devotee. Everybody is coming to the material world. It says here, everybody, not just one. It says, did we say 7? 7:27. So you see here in this verse, Ichya divasa samutena dvanda mohena bharatam sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapaha. This is how we are all born. O scion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born in delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. That means everyone coming to this material world, and they have got these two qualities. One is that we are full of desires and we are very hateful or envious. See, again, the same word in Sanskrit, divisa. Isn't it? Divisa means also means envy or means hate. See, so every one of us has got these things. So this quality that we hear today is transcendental qualities, pure qualities. You follow? So now to explain to you more further, so you can see this more clearly, we can show you this. It is in this verse. Just give me a minute. So here, the mind and sense control, tolerance, discrimination, sticking to one's prescribed duty, truthfulness, mercy, careful study of the past and future, satisfaction in any condition, generosity, renunciation of self-gratification, faith in the spiritual master, in embarrass improper action, charity, simplicity, humbleness, and satisfaction with oneself are qualities in the mode of goodness. So these are good qualities. You understand? Now we are coming here, what are the qualities we have? This is the quality we have. Material desires, material desires, this is what we have now. Material desires, yeah, I like that, so you can see. Material desires, great endeavor, audacity, dissatisfaction even in gain, false pride, praying for material advancement, considering oneself indifferent and better than others, sense gratification, rash eagerness to fight, a fondness for hearing oneself praised, the tendency to ridicule others, advertising one's own prowess and justifying one's action by one's crime are qualities in the mode of action. These are the things that we are what? Huh? It's not born. This is where we are at. You follow? We just now described about the good quality, that is pure devotee's quality. Now we are describing our position. You understand? This is where we are at. Right? This is how our mind is working. Now the next one. Intolerance, anger, stinginess. Put only 10 cents here. $50 is here, the 10 cents is inside there. Yes? This is stinginess. Right? Huh? Speaking without scriptural authority. Simply talking. Indian means he is expert, he knows everything. When he says, no, I know everything. What he knows? Bollywood, everything from Bollywood. Yes? Indian. Yes? And then violent hatred. Oh, angry like anything. Fighting. Living as a parasite. What is the living as a parasite? Always what? Taking advantage of others. Yes? Hypocrisy, chronic fatigue, quarrel, lamentation, delusion, unhappiness, depression, sleeping too much, false expectation, fear and laziness constitute the major qualities in mode of ignorance. You understand this now? This is the qualities. This is how we are now in this position. So we, by nature, we are good. Our mind is good. Our mind is what? The sages headed by Sanatana said, "O Lord, people's mind are naturally attracted to material sense objects, and similarly sense objects in the form of desire enter within the mind. Therefore, how can a person who desires liberation, who desires to cross over the active sense gratification, destroy the mutual relation between the sense object and the mind?" Please explain this. So you see now, the sages are asking, how do we get out of this problem? Huh? I think there's another verse. Give me a minute. I just want to show you a little bit. So by nature the mind is in the mode of goodness. The mind by nature, put the picture properly, please. This is like that. By nature the mind is mode of goodness. But when you come in contact with the mode of ignorance and passion, it exports the quality of that. So you see here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Uddhava, a person bereft of intelligence first falsely identifies himself with the material body and mind. And when such false knowledge arises within one consciousness, material passion, the cause of great suffering, pervades the mind, which by nature is situated in goodness. Then the mind, contaminated by passion, becomes absorbed in making and changing many plans for material advancement. Thus, by constant thinking of the modes of material nature, a foolish person is afflicted with unbearable material desires. See how this happens? By nature, we are in the mode of goodness. Our mind is in goodness. But because of the contact with the mode of passion and ignorance, we are becoming polluted. You follow this point? This is what's happening to us. See here, failing to control, failing to conquer the irrepressible enemy, the mind, who urges the intolerable and torments the heart. Many people are completely bewildered and create useless quarrel with others. They conclude that other people are either their friends, their enemies, or parties indifferent to them. This is what's going on. It's all based on failure to control our mind. Because in the mode of passion, everybody thinks that, yeah, I'm all right, I'm better, I know better. Just now you said the verse, right? Always thinking himself better than others. I'm the best. So we are all now pervaded with this consciousness. So how to come out of this mess? This is the question. You understand? Our problem is not because we don't have food to eat or we don't have place to sleep or this. Our problem is not that. Our problem is created by the what? Our mind. Either our mind or other people's mind or the demigods. And that's where we are always tormented by problems. You follow my point? So our question is how to come out of this mess. How to come out of this? How many of us think that Prabhu, I am pure devotee, I don't need all. Put up the hand. No, I am pure devotee. Everything is pure. Tell me. If anyone thinks like that, he is the most rascal. You follow my point? So therefore, we need to change. And we cannot change because this mind of ours, you cannot do it with your own help. It's not possible. Understand? It's not possible. Because a person has been covered by ignorance since time immemorial, is not capable of affecting his own self-realization. There must be other personality who is in factual knowledge of the absolute truth, can impart this knowledge to him. So he cannot come out by himself. That's not possible. He cannot. You understand? He cannot. Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna says again the same thing. The living entities are conditioned, so the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses which include the mind. See this point? So we first have to understand our problem. Then we can go to solving the problem. You understand? How to do this? Again, Krishna is saying in another place. Here he is saying, O most intelligent Uddhava, the living entity called Jiva is part and parcel of me. Again, he's saying the same point. But due to ignorance, he has been suffering in material bondage since time immemorial. Then Krishna is giving the clue. By knowledge, however, he can be liberated. See this word? In other words, you must study. You must hear. You must how to get this hearing and how to study how? You must what? Associate with somebody who has the knowledge. Yes? Yes? Yes or no? So who is that got knowledge? Your school. Your boss. Who? Who has this knowledge? Huh? Who has this knowledge? Yes, the spiritual master. You understand? He is a realized soul. He has this knowledge. Therefore, you have to go to him. If you want to become clean up, you want to clean up our mind, then there is no such thing as, no, I don't care. Especially if you don't want to hear. Yes? How many of us are seriously reading the books? Put up your hand. How many? Put up your hand. How many? Zero. Nobody. So if nobody is hearing, then you expect to be what? Paramahamsa. Oh, Prabhu, you know, you don't talk about this. My heart is clean. Oh, really? Your heart is very clean. Please. You understand? This is how the Maya works. Maya makes you feel that I am the best guy. This is how the mind makes you think. You understand? So if you don't want to hear the knowledge, as Krishna is saying, then how are you going to become cleaned up? How? Is it possible? No. How many books are there? How many of us are reading? Don't say so much. How many of us are reading one page of the Gita? Let me put up the hand. Put up. How many? Zero. Why? Because Indian. Indian means what? I know everything. Everything what? I know. Everything I know. Right enough? Right enough. So you see how the mind will go into the wrong direction. If you don't hear this transcendental knowledge, as Krishna says, you see, you have to go to a self-realized soul. Krishna says here, you have to approach a self-realized soul. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge to you because they have seen the truth. So you have to go to the pure devotee and learn. You understand? If we are not prepared to get that knowledge, then what will be our position? What will be our position? Again, repeated birth and death. Again, we will be thinking of, oh, he's my enemy, he's my friend. In this way, my mind will engage, thinking of all these material things. And next slide, what will become? Again, taking birth again. Taking birth again. This is what we have been doing over and over again. Why? Because we are relying on our mind. We are thinking this mind of mine is the best friend. But we do not know. You can test for yourself. If we have all these bad qualities in our heart, that means something is not right. You understand? Therefore, we need to change. We have to change. And the change can come about only if and only we are willing to surrender to the spiritual master and take direction. That means first thing is hearing him. Yes? Do this. Chant 16 rounds. Follow 4 principles. Hear the Bhagavatam. Associate with devotees. Take Krishna Prasada. These are all what activities to bring the mind what? Bring the mind what? Under control. You can see here, one must conquer the modes of passion and ignorance, as we have discussed, by developing the mode of goodness. Then, one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Shuddha Sattva. All this can be automatically done if one engage in the service of the spiritual master with faith and devotion. You see that? All this can be automatically done if we have what? Faith in the shortcut. You just follow him. That's all. How many of us are chanting 16 rounds? Put up the hand. Put up the hand. How many are coming here for years? Not months, but years. And chanting only one round. Put up the hand. Put up the hand. Because you are shameful, frightened. That's checking. So we are going to take this program very cheaply. It is not that I'm sitting here and kind of yelling. It's not my business. If you are going to be prepared to take again another birth, is that my problem? Is it going to be my problem? You run around here as a cockroach? Is it my problem? Is it? Is it my problem? Now tomorrow you come back as a bamboo tree outside this temple. Is that my problem? Think. This is a serious thing. It is not a joking affair because we are given this human life. This human life is very, very rare to obtain. This human life, you can see, for the conditioned soul, the human body is most difficult to achieve. And it can be lost at any moment. Any moment we can get accident, this thing, that thing, we can die. Any moment. Yes? But I think that even those who have achieved this human life rarely again the association of pure devotees who are very dear to this Lord. There's no other way we can purify ourselves. It is not possible by our own effort. It is not possible. Only by associating with the body, the pure devotee, and taking his instruction can we then become clean. Otherwise, our entanglement will keep on, we become more and more entangled and we associate with the non-devotees. What is the qualification? What kind of qualities we will absorb? All of them are very saintly outside there. Very pure. Why? Because he's giving you salary. Because he's giving salary, so he's very pure. Is it? Huh? What? Huh? Pure place. All these companies are very pure establishment. Why? They're set up to deliver us. Is it? Huh? They're set up there to deliver us. Yes? Tell me. So we have to make the choice. It's not that I'm just saying like this. It's a choice. If we want to miss the boat, as it says here, if we want to miss the boat and come back here again with the material world, it's our choice. This choice that we are making, it is not just today or yesterday or tomorrow. We have made this choice of taking birth again and again and again and again, countless number of times. And still, we are not becoming serious about it. Then what is the purpose? Yes? Yes. See, this inquiry started even the first chapter of the Gita. In the first chapter of the Gita, this is actually what is Arjuna is saying. I'm now confused about my duty and have lost all composure because miserly weakness. Miserly weakness. And miserly means what? Mood of passion and ignorance. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered to you. Please instruct me. What is the best for me? Huh? And he's asking who? What is that? What is the best thing for him? Huh? Krishna said, you surrender to me. Huh? Krishna said what? Huh? Krishna said, go and, what he says? Man mana bhava mad bhakta madhyajimam namaskuro mame vyasi yuktevam atmanam atmarayana. Engage your mind always in thinking on me. This is the first thing Krishna says. Engage the mind what? Huh? Engage the mind what? What? Thinking of your wife. Who? mind. Understand? So this is the sign. If we all want to come out of this mess, we must keep our mind with Krishna. And it is not easy to keep the mind on Krishna. That's not something that, oh, okay, I know. I will keep. Is it possible? How many of you are chanting every day Hare Krishna? Is it so easy when you start chanting, you are thinking of Krishna? Nicely, is it? Tell me. Yes, how difficult the mind is drifting to so many places? Yes? Yes or no? How to capture this mind? Mind is not some lightweight thing that you can capture just because you want to capture. Can you see here? These are the verses that is explaining about the mind. How powerful this mind is. You understand? All the senses have been under the control of the mind since time immemorial. And the mind himself never comes under the sway of any other. He is stronger than the strongest, and his godlike power is fearsome. Therefore, anyone who can bring the mind under control becomes the master of all the senses. It is not possible to control this mind. Please do not think that it is some lightweight thing. Even Arjuna also said, he said here, what is that, 337? No, 334. Is it 334? 36. Or 6 chapter, sorry. 634. See, even Arjuna also said, Arjuna, who is he? For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong, O Krishna. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than control the being. Don't think that is lightweight matter we are dealing with. It's a serious subject. Very, very serious problem. So, but the clue is given here. The clue is given. You see here? The uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity. If one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and will become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. O King, please try to conquer this mind by the weapon of service to the lotus feet of the spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of God. Do this with great care. There is nothing else. There is no other way you can bring your mind under control. Why? By becoming a programming engineer, you can program your mind. Possible. What? Tell me. Can? So we have to identify our enemy. We know now what is our enemy. Yes? Who is the enemy? Who? Nobody. Who is our enemy?
Mind.
How to get in control? Surrender to spiritual master means what? Do what I like. Okay? Do what? He says 16 rounds, you do what? 1 round. Chalta hai, Prabhu. Spiritual master, he will say, no, you got nothing to do whole day. No? I got so many work. Yes, and one of the most important work is that I have to watch this Bollywood movie. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Understand? Surrender to spiritual master means that you are prepared to take his instructions. And if you don't want to do this, then you see here, of course, without Guru you cannot go to Krishna. You cannot go to Krishna directly. That's not possible. Don't dream. Krishna says in this verse, what is that verse? Name Bhakta Chaturvesh, Adi Purana. That in the CC. I am going to show you so that you know. 11:28. This is Krishna's declaration. This is what Krishna is saying. Ye me bhakta janaha partha, na me bhakta chate janaha, mat bhaktanam cha ye bhakta, ta me bhakta tamamataha. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees. But those who are the devotees of my servant are actually my devotees. So you cannot go to God directly. This program of thinking that you can come here and bring 2 bananas and then you can buy the Lord over, it's not going to work. You understand? The Lord don't require you 2 bananas. There's no need for it. You follow? You cannot kind of try to blackmail him or corrupt. That's not possible. You follow? The only way is to take shelter of his pure devotee. And that also, unless and until he sends him to you. So you are fortunate now, you have come here, you understood the glories of Prabhupada? Yes. So now you have to learn how to surrender. The surrendering of the spiritual master is of prime importance. Do not think that this is not important. Without Guru, you cannot get Krishna. It's not possible. So how to get to surrender? We have to hear. That's why we have to read the books. Every day we must read. If we don't hear, then we will not be what? We will be hearing something else. Yes or no? Then our mind will become polluted. If our mind is associating with the modes. Understand? In this verse you can see. Yeah. When in the conditioned state, one's conception of life are sometimes polluted by passion and ignorance, which are exhibited by attachment, hostility, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, madness, false prestige, insult, fault finding, deception, envy, intolerance, passion, bewilderment, hunger, and sleep. All these things will be clouding our mind. You follow? So we have to hear the sound vibration. That's why it says here. Sanvata svagata Krishna punya shravana kirtanam radyantasto bhadrani vidunodeshu harsatam. This word vidunoti, clean. So the moment you hear, once you start hearing Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are himself virtuous and properly heard and chanted. So you have to hear and you have to chant. These 2 things are very important, hearing and chanting. Unless we hear, this material world is nonsense, this material world is bogus, this material world is full of pain, how are we going to justify? We are always becoming comfortable, especially when we got our salary, we got an apartment, we got the wife, everything we think that, wow, it's very nice, no problem. Yes, we're comfortable. Then where's the question of surrender? Yes or no? So therefore we have to hear. We have to hear. Oh, just like we hear, stealing is bad. We are hearing stealing is bad. Yes? Then, no, better I don't steal. Why? What would happen if I steal? Then I'll be arrested. Yes? Then I'll be put into, prison. There's so many problems. No, I don't want. Yes? So we are hearing. Similarly, we should hear. The material world is not our place. This material world is full of all these bad qualities. If we do not come to Krishna, then we are going to be trapped with so many problems. Like it or not, we have problems. Nobody is here without problems. It's out of the question. Yes, if you want to come out of this mess, then there's only one way. You have to take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master, and we must learn how to follow them. You understand this point? That means what? It's becoming serious. Yes, I don't want to be staying in this material world anymore. I want to go back. That means what? Strictly following. Yes? So I have said this now. You saw? Do this with great care. Where is that? See here? Do this with great care. It says, explain in this verse. What it says here? Sleep. Prabhu, sleep. What's the problem? Huh? Sleep. By sleeping you can capture your mind? Yes? We sleep. Yes, we all will sleep. Eat, sleep, then be happy. No problem. Yes? A little inattention, the mind can what? Huh? Take you anywhere. That is the power. You make an experiment, you just see how much you're trying to chant. Moment you say, no, I want to keep my mind, hearing Krishna, Hare Krishna, two words and you're going to think of two. Yes? How powerful the mind is. You don't think this is lightweight. And we are carrying this mind for many, many lives. Again and again we have been cheated. Again and again we fall prey. So therefore we have to take it a little seriously. That's all. Hearing the Bhagavad-gītā, reading Prabhupada books, chanting, especially coming in the morning. If you're not interested in coming to the temple in the morning, then there's no question of getting purified. There has to be some tapasya. If you don't want to do this tapasya, there's no question of getting out of this mess. There's no question. It's not possible. You can see here, the Shabda is saying, that word, Tapo Devyam Putra Kahena, Tapo Devyam Putra Kahena, Sattvam Sudayat Yasman Kamasakyam Anantam. We are not prepared to do this tapasya of waking up in the morning, coming to the temple to chant. No, Prabhu, Sunday is the only day I have. Prabhu, I ran every day in the morning for money, but Sunday I am not prepared to run out to the temple. Okay? Sundays and Sunday, of course, we are making it easy for you on Sunday, but actually it's every day. You understand? Of course, if you tell about sleep 6 days and Sunday you try to wake up early, is it possible? Not possible. You will press the alarm clock and say, oh, useless thing. Let me sleep, I'm tired. Yes? Then how are you going to become strong spiritually? And going on, day by day by day by day by day by, before you know 10 years is gone. Before you know 20 years is gone. Then habit, you become habituated. Then you think, this is all, bogus life, it's all philosophy, all bogus. Because why? The mind. The mind is very clever and telling you also, you know what I mean? Tricking you. That's why it says, in the Shastra it says here, this is a verse that Krishna himself spoke. Krishna spoke this verse, not anybody. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friend. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. This is our position. Every day we are listening to every moment we are listening to this mind. Yes? Yes or no? So the only way to get detached, this mind, of course chanting is very important. We can't tell everybody to chant Hare Krishna. But if you just chant Hare Krishna and not associate with devotees, and if you do not read the books, then you will be very mechanical. In fact, your chanting will start, and many a times you will reduce down. Yes? Yes or no? Why? Because you don't hear it. Oh, chanting, I can only do one round, I'll do one round. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram Ram. Finish. That's it. You understand this? This is how the mind is telling you, no need, it's enough. After all, Krishna said, no, one way of Hare Krishna is enough. Yes? Philosophy, teaches you philosophy. Understand? So we have to be very cautious. We have to become serious. It is not some lightweight stuff. Because we have the enemy. Krishna says, our enemy is this. What is that? Where's our enemy? Where's our enemy? This mind is our enemy, greatest enemy, correct? Again, he also said, our mind is the enemy. What is that? 40. The senses, the mind and the intelligence is the sitting place of this lust. Damn lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and the visible sin. So we should know what is going on. That is why knowledge is important. Understand? This is not some lightweight thing. You see, you are sitting here, you are man. They are sitting there, woman. Why they have to be woman? Why you have to be man? Why? Why they like it to be woman? You like to be man. Why? How did you get these bodies? Not also these bodies. Bird body, tree body, worm body, so many bodies. Who gets this body? According to what? According to what? Huh? According to the mind. Understand? Because our crazy mind. So we should try to change. Therefore we are intelligent. We are intelligent. Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given the formula. Chanting Hare Krishna. You know, taking association of devotees. Hearing the books written by Prabhupada. Taking Krishna Prasad. These are all some things not to be compromised. If you think you can compromise with this, then you are giving room for the mind to enter into the mode of passion. Before you are opening your door for this enemy to come in. Yes? And can you live peacefully with an enemy? Yes. I am so magnanimous. Just now we chanted the verse, no? Even the enemy also you are what? Friendly, you open your... Can you do that? Think. Yes. So better be safe. Yes. Yes or not? What is the safety measure? Do not let the mind go astray. That means chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. And reading every day, reading Shastra. Yes, every day hearing and associating with devotees. You come only once a week. That also a few minutes, and that's it, finish your home. Right? Nobody make an attempt to come any other time. I haven't seen. Yes? Anytime? In the office you go only once a week, clocking? Yes, eh? So once a week you're clocking and you get your full salary in month. Yes? Yeah? To get money you work so hard. How much harder you must work to get Krishna? No need to work. No need. Why? Because you have Krishna in your heart and you are communicating with him. Yes? Yes? You're talking to him. Yes? Yes? Tell me. So think how much more serious we should come. How much time we should spend here. The more and more contact with the temple and the devotee, how much we will progress. More and more. We don't contact. Eh? Just like an example Prabhupada gave. That one king can have a competition. In the competition, the yogi, whoever can stay in the water, whole night, he will get 1,000 gold coins. So one yogi, when he stood the whole night, and then this king said, oh, really? Then time to give him the money because he stood one night. No. That's one light seen so far away. This yogi was taking the heat from the light. That's why he disqualified. And then the minister heard this. Oh, like that. Alright. Then one day the king was supposed to go somewhere and he had to take, this minister invited him for lunch time, So he went there and he said, no, we'll just wait a little while, I'm cooking. You're cooking? He said, it's going to be ready, Ready? Yes. So he waited after 1 hour, not happening. 2 hours, not happening. And 3 hours late lunch, he went bursting in. What kind of cooking you doing? So he went in and he saw this guy was hanging the pot on the ceiling and the fire was right below. And he was cooking. Can you cook like that? So what nonsense? If the yogi can take the light miles away, why I cannot take the heat from here and cook? And the king realized and paid the money. You understand? So you want to do some cooking, you have to put the pot on the fire. If you want to make spiritual advancement, you must be in the fire of Krishna consciousness. You follow my point? If you try to do this cooking method, touch and go, Malaysia, touch and go. What? Touch and go. Nothing will happen. Understand? You can keep doing this for, as Prabhupada said, 300 million years. No change will be there. How many years? How many years? 300 million years. Prabhupada gave the time. 300 million years, you can come like this. Yes, and then go home, and then come and go home. For 300 million years, you can keep going on. Nothing will happen. Because why? The pot is there and your fire is where? Where's your fire? Where? Where? 1 week, one week, what? Fire? Such below. So think. If we want to be serious, then we have to also wake up because of our mind, crazy mind. We don't want to get it on focus, then we're going to have problems. Then we cannot develop these good qualities. Out of the question. And we cannot get these good qualities, we cannot get God, Krishna. God is beyond, Krishna is beyond the modes. You cannot get in by being in the modes. It's not possible. You understand? This is not possible. So therefore, take it a little seriously. Read every day Bhagavad-gītā or the many books of Prabhupada. Right? And chant and try to come as often as you can. Associate with the gurus. Otherwise, I don't know what program this is. Yes? Yes? Any questions? Any questions or comments on this point raised? Well, no question for sure. Alright, no problem. You can answer the question later. Thank you very much. Hope to see you upstairs if you have anything. Is there any announcement? Yeah.